The battle over users' rights to mod smart TV software is heading to trial. Ars Technica reports that Vizio is heading to trial over claims that it violated open source Linux licenses by not giving TV owners the full source code for their smart TV OS. The nonprofit Software Freedom Conservancy has spent 8 years trying to get people access to their TV source code in order to let them customize their devices, say, for example, by disabling ads and tracking or adding their own features. Vizio counters that the open source GPL, or general public license, doesn't give consumers the legal right to sue and disputes that it owes users that level of access. This August, a California jury is going to decide who is right. The SFC's main argument is that open source GPLs may be enforceable by consumers, not just by tech companies and developers. So we're kind of getting into contract law theory that could expand who gets to enforce GPL obligations. A judge already ruled Vizio doesn't have to guarantee that modded TVs will still work afterward. That makes a lot of sense. Only that users can obtain and modify the source code itself. Linus Torvalds has chimed in on this case before. In a blog post, he agreed that GPLs are mainly about source access, not about forcing companies to unlock hardware. Smart TV companies increasingly make money from ads and tracking rather than hardware sales. So if Vizio loses, it could make it easier for users to fight TV manufacturers across the whole industry, which could have a knock-on effect of making TVs finally more expensive. All right,
hot
here
take.
we go.
Cool.
How's that a hot take?
I want them to be more expensive. I just want there to not be ads.
Sorry, I think I misheard you. Did you say you want them to be more expensive?
I am completely okay with TVs being more expensive as long as they're not force-feeding me ads.
Okay.
I don't want the ads.
What if they just weren't more expensive and didn't have ads?
That's great. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, a girl can dream, right?
Yeah. So I'm trying to look at what I think is the reality. Is if they can't service ads, the price is going to go up, and I'm preferring that reality. Okay.
Here's a question. Here's a question for you. So this will only affect Linux-based operating systems. Is Tizen Linux-based?
Just assuming they all are.
I don't think WebOS is. Tizen is Linux-based. Yes, WebOS is also based on the Linux kernel, originally developed by Palm and later acquired by LG, uses a Linux foundation combined with web technologies like HTML5 and JavaScript. Okay, I did not realize that WebOS was Linux-based. Interesting.
Yeah, officially on LG's website, they say it is.
So are there any TV OS options that are not Linux-based? I also don't know specifically what exactly Vizio has done to draw their ire. Maybe they just were a smaller target that seemed easier to go after to try to get a ruling, and that then they could use to go after Samsung and the rest of them. Or maybe it's because the Vizio brand is owned by Best Buy, so it's easier to go after them in the US. I'm not sure why we singled out Vizio specifically here, or whether this will actually apply more broadly, but it would be very cool to man, what would this even look like? So you can get the source code, but then do what with it? Like, what is it that we're hoping to achieve here? Oh, sorry, Walmart, not Best Buy. Walmart, other giant US megacorp. Thank you for that.
Noki's saying Roku is not Linux. Wikipedia, the best source of for sure, definitely correct information on the internet, says that it's Linux based. OS family Linux on embedded systems. Is Wikipedia wrong?
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
They might be. Are they incorrect?
Everything I can find seems to suggest that Roku is based on Linux. So Crystal says, kill the ads, put in custom backgrounds. I don't know. And yes, that's fair enough. But just because we have the open source code doesn't mean that we will be able to do anything with it after it's been modified and after we put it back on our TV. Unless, the TV gets rooted or whatever else. But in that case, man, there's I'll admit to you, I don't know much about the hardware architecture of TVs. I don't know how many models in a given model year are all going to be using the same basic hardware platform and, the same code base. If there was a root for some Vizio TV, what are the odds that it would apply to, every TV in that series? What are the odds that it would apply to every TV in that model year?
I feel like pretty high.
You think it'd be pretty high?
I think pretty high.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to admit, I have torn down one TV
really
ever.
Basing that on not a lot. But,
cool.
But I feel like pretty high. I'm currently voting with pretty high.
He's got the vibes right now.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Roku's definitely based on Linux, by the way. I found something on the Roku engineering blog talking about how it's built on top of Linux.
All right. Well, Luke with the most ice cold of hot takes today. Very cool, indeed.
Yeah.
Definitely rooting for them.
I would seriously though. I would happily pay more for a TV if it didn't have ads and stuff.
I definitely don't want TVs to cost more. And the crazy part about it is, I actually don't.
Of course not.
I don't know if I think that they should need to.
I don't want anything to cost more.
We did that video on.
I would prefer if everything. I think we're getting into silly numbers.
Sure.
With a lot of things. I wish just everything cost way less, and I would be also okay if people proportionally made less. It is very silly to me. I remember, and I know this is based on nothing, but I remember when I was a kid, the first time my dad was filling up gas and the price per liter was over $1. I remember just being like, that's dumb. The dollar amount shouldn't go up faster than the liter amount does. That's obviously stupid. It's purely just vibes based.
So
it's
you
just
want to
annoying.
do the opposite of a stock split, but for money,
Kinda
like a consolidation.
and it happens in video games. The damage numbers will get too high. Some MMO will have expansions for
Sure.
10 years. Then they'll
You
be
do a million damage
you do
per
12
hit.
trillion damage per hit. That's stupid. And then they do a number crunch because things get a little ridiculous. Yeah, I don't think we're actually there yet, but it feels like we're trending that direction.
I don't think it matters. I think we just need to adjust our cash money to make it make sense. When I was a kid, already a quarter was okay, I can buy a couple candies. Now, what's a quarter? It's nothing. So why don't we just have a $1 coin and a $5 coin and a $10 coin? Why is everything do they still have a $1 bill in America, right? They still don't have a $1 coin, is that right?
Well, I don't know if they don't have a $1 coin, but they definitely have a $1 bill.
They have both. You guys have coins now. Good for you. Do you have a $2 coin yet?
Toonies are dope.
They have $1 coins, but they're not used. No, okay. No, I know that you guys have them. I just mean, are they common?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. No. I know they're a thing. No, they're not common at all. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. I know that. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of technically it's real currency. Canada has a $50 coin, but nobody ever uses it. Do you know Canada has a $50 coin?
I've heard of it, but isn't it more just a collector's item thing? You can buy them with fancy imagery on them, and that's basically it.
Here, it's more of an investment thing. So this is
silver coin.
This is all about the value of the silver. It is not about the actual face value, the face value of it. And I'm pretty sure that's totally a thing in the States too, where they have weird denominations of coins and stuff like that.
Buying bullion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the there's face values on these too. Like, here's a $200 coin.
Yeah, just
But, like-
it costs you $4,800 to buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that one? Crown
Look at that.
Jewels? What is that one?
Crown jewels.
It's a $50,000 coin.
$50 coin.
$50,000 coin.
Whoa. What is this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A 5-ounce coin? What? How big is that thing? 50 grand? Okay, now it's Canadian rubles, so like, I don't know, 35,000 US dollars. No, more than that.
Four.
They're worth
You
something.
can buy part of a sandwich.
They're worth something. Man, the pricing of this stuff is so dumb. Like, so
Yeah.
dumb. Why
It
is
funny that it's legal tender though. It is
Yeah.
funny that you could
you can technically take this to Red Robin with a group of 10 people and have it not be enough money. Like, it's how did we get on this subject?
who knows?
I don't know, but anyway, hope they win in court. Hope it actually does lead to Vizio having to open up their TVs one way or another. Hope there is a domino effect that causes TVs to not be able to spy on us. Hope it doesn't impact TV pricing too much, because I'm actually going to push back on that one. We did recently cover a Scepter TV that was a whole TV with a whole panel and backlight and processor and networking. No, wait, it didn't have networking. But it does have a processor. It does need at least something. And it had no spyware and was not really much more expensive. And like,
Nice.
I do think that the TVs that do have network connectivity and processing, more sophisticated processing and all of that, do have additional costs. But clearly, if Scepter can sell that profitably, then those TVs that don't spy on us don't need to be that much more expensive. I hope.